The last option that we heard from individuals in the community said, Superintendent, could you please try to see if we could get grades 6, 7, and 8 at Jockey Hollow? And I want to say that I believe we have looked at all the various configurations. At an earlier Board of Ed meeting, we were asked to look, could we consolidate our 3 elementary schools into 2? And I showed you data why we could not do that. And that information is on the web, if anyone, our website, if anyone would like to look at that. That would be so easy if we could accomplish that. That would be desirable. So looking at Jockey Hollow grades 6, 7, and 8 means that to put the 6th grade in Jockey Hollow, we would have 900 students in this facility. It has a very small cafeteria. It has very small common areas. And actually, because this is something that we've just done over the past few days, I'm going to ask Mr. Ceccolini, would be kind enough to come up to the microphone and just, if you can give us a 90-second overview of what would be some of the obstacles and concerns about trying to fit the 3 grades into the school, because the board has not heard about this before.
Mm-hmm. I'd be happy to. As Dr. Palmer, and thank you for hearing me out this evening. As Dr. Palmer has mentioned already, I think the 2 most significant concerns are management of academic classroom space and then the common area space. And since Dr. Palmer mentioned common area first, I hope I can explain this briefly and clearly. I'll use our gymnasium as an example. Our gymnasium is used 6 periods a day currently as a classroom, and we host 2 classes simultaneously each of those 6 periods. So you're talking about a given number of 50 to 60 children in there 6 periods of the day every day. And that's to manage a building that currently is housing 650 children. We would now have to try and provide physical education for another 305 children. I think we can all see where the difficulty is going to come in. Even if we were able to increase staffing, the facility doesn't change. We can't host a 3rd class safely in that gymnasium. Outdoors is a possibility, but it's only a possibility when the weather permits. We have to have an alternative. So the alternative for scheduling physical education at that point is to reduce the amount of time children receive physical education instruction. And that may be a possibility, but the question is then what are they doing when they're not able to receive instruction? So we're going to increase study hall time. That poses a whole new problem, because in Jockey Hollow School there are 31 classrooms that are designed for traditional classroom instruction. We have many other rooms, but they are for specific instruction, a computer lab per se, or a music room, not necessarily designed for classroom instruction. Number one, we would have to look at those areas for dismantling in order to provide enough classrooms. We would need 12 extra classrooms. So without a doubt, some of those areas would have to become not usable for their original purpose, and we would have to use them for academic classroom areas, music room, library even possibly. Even at that, I would imagine I would be requesting portable classrooms. I would think it would probably entail approximately 4 portable classrooms. That poses another problem because we're not certain that the property at Jockey Hollow will permit the correct egress to allow for 4 portable classrooms. Those of you that know the footprint that Jockey Hollow fits in with the wetlands surrounding it, and I am no expert, I don't know the measurement, but I do know how tight the area is. So that's another issue. There are a myriad of things. I think, though, basically classroom space is an issue. What are we willing to give up that the children won't have the opportunity to utilize? We could be down as many as 3 computer labs if we choose that we have to use those as academic classrooms. And then again, the large areas and the difficulty with scheduling, cafeteria, we would need to host 6 lunch waves, which would be at least half of the school day would be spent serving lunch because of the limitations to our cafeteria. I can be more detailed if anybody has questions.
Are there any questions? Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.